I know. You are so ready to quit your job and jump right into entrepreneurship full time, become a business owner, make lots of money, leave that job, kick that paycheck to paycheck gig to the curb. You're done with your boss. You're over the corporate grind. You're sick of waking up early in the morning, commuting to and from. You're tired of being micromanaged. Even if you work a virtual position, it's not what you thought it was. It's not all the hype, and you're just so sick and tired of your coworkers, and really and truly it's a job that no longer serves you, right? You are just over the 9 to 5 grind. I get it, but I need you to breathe. Take a moment to pause, pump your brakes, slow your roll, okay, and stop for just a moment, because I'm going to need you to do one thing before you actually jump ship and quit your job and go into entrepreneurship, business ownership full time. It's going to be crucial to your success. It is the one crucial step you're going to need because it can make or break you in business. You want this to be a smooth transition, right? Seamless transition. You don't want to just do things haphazardly in the moment, making impulsive decisions that's going to get you in a pickle. You know what I mean? Okay. So let's just calm down. Let's calm down, calm down. All right. We're going to get there, but we got to do this in the right order. Now, I just want you to imagine for a moment that you decided to just up and quit your job. You're really tired of it. Like you got a lot going on there. You saw the writing on the walls. You know the red flags. You're sick of the microaggressions. You are overlooked for promotions. You are just so done with everything that corporate America comes with, and you prematurely leave. And guess what happens? Now you're struggling to stay afloat while you're building your business, right? Now you can't even maintain your livelihood while you're building your business because you weren't fully prepared. And you know what? That's a true story that actually happened to a client of mine who jumped ship too soon. Now, we had already had these conversations, all right? She was already preliminarily thinking about it and planning it, and we were having these preliminary discussions and should have been getting her prepared. But instead, what happened is she saw the writing on the wall. She saw like new management had come in, new leadership had taken over. She didn't like the rules, the policies, the regulations, the rigid rules, the changes that were made, in that environment that she worked in. She did not like a lot of what was going on, and yet she stayed. She said it was taxing. She said it was exhausting. She said that she was starting to feel like this was becoming like detrimental to her health, and yet she stayed. Now, during that time, she really, really should have been phasing herself out of that environment, right? Creating a plan, devising her exit strategy, setting a date so she can get the heck up out of there. But she waited and she waited and she waited, thinking it was going to get better, even though she saw clearly that it wasn't. And so, as it got worse and she couldn't take anymore, she jumped ship before she was ready, fully ready. And so during that time, she could have been really preparing, right, with a great plan before she executed, because she could have been implementing the things that she learned. So, what is the one thing that I would have advised her and did advise her to do that I'm going to advise you to do today? That is going to be the big question, right? Because this is going to create such a struggle for you if you don't. And what we don't want you to do is be a strugglepreneur. We want you to be a successful entrepreneur and essentially the CEO of your business, your brand, and your life, and leave on your terms when you're ready, right? So we need to set you up for success, not failure. So the one thing that I would say that you need to do is just what I alluded to shortly ago. And I say this a lot in my videos. By now, if you've been following me and watching my other videos, you probably know what the answer is. Can you guess it? Drum roll. The answer is going to be to save, to build a cash cushion, and you're going to do this with a side business, not a side hustle, not a side gig, not a bunch of side hustles and gigs. Side business. It's a difference because that's sustainable. Now, the easiest thing that I always say to start with is the lowest hanging fruit, and one of those things that you can do and jump right into based on your experience right now, as of today, in this moment, as you're watching this video, is to start a coaching and consulting business in the online space or some freelance work, because that is going to be a way for you to get some consistent revenue coming in. And we need some cash flowing in so that we can start putting money aside, investing in our business, yes, but putting money aside also that we can use to reinvest in our business and start to, build out our team, get systems together, right? We got to get systems in place. We got to hire the right people, maybe at least an assistant or so in the beginning, and like get some structure around our business and all of that. So that's a part of the bigger part of the plan, right? But the one thing is that you've got to get some income coming in, and the way to do that very quickly and effectively is to start where you are right now, work with what you have, and do what you know. That is what I'm going to always tell you to do, because it is the best thing for you to do, because then you don't create more problems for yourself. And we're trying to do things quickly, seamlessly, and streamline this process, right? And make this fast, efficient, and effective for you. And that is the best way to do it. Make money on the side. So coaching, consulting, or some other type of service provider, freelance work, independent contract work. That's what I did. Okay. So I'll give you an example using myself. When I was transitioning from my corporate job, I actually took the time to look for work. I'm a nurse. Okay. Been an RN for 25 years. I decided to take the time to look for work that I could be, generating income on the side, doing what I already knew how to do. Legal nurse consulting work, which I had done for years. So I was making money working with attorneys, building cases, getting clients, helping them through depositions and trials. Okay. That was great money. I was also a health and wellness coach, which is really in alignment with what I'm doing here today as a holistic business coach, right? And an RN health and wellness educator, which is what I do anyway. I also did some virtual triage, nursing triage work. Okay. So, I mean, there are plenty of things. I can think of a number of things for nurses, and I can think of a number of things for you too if I knew your specific scenario or situation. But for now, I want you to just kind of consider just hearing what I did to start. What can you do that you can be doing part-time that offers flexible hours, that you can create your own schedule, set your own hours, and have a have that freedom, that autonomy that you need while you're still working your job, so that you're making money over here. You're still making money over here, but you're building up a cash cushion, and you're making sure you're investing in your business. And those are the things that you need to be doing while, or the one thing you need to be doing, the main thing you need to be doing while you're working your 9 to 5, okay? Because that's what's going to get you out faster. Then the other thing I would say to do is make sure that you are and I talk a lot about this in my other videos, so I won't go too deep, but just kind of a high level overview. You always want to have a plan that you can execute on, at least an abbreviated version of a marketing plan. Okay. You also need to know, who are your clients? Who's your ideal avatar? Who's your ideal client avatar? That you need to make sure you know who that person is. What is your niche? You definitely need a niche. Okay. I have a whole video around that, so you can go check that out as well. You can also go check out the video that talks about how to attract your clients, your ideal clients, and become a client magnet. Okay. I always say, as far as your offers, which is another big thing, because when you're building up your cash cushion and you're using the money from your side business to build your main business, you want to make sure that you have an irresistible offer. I always recommend starting high ticket. You want to start high and go low. And I know that's contrary to popular belief, but that's exactly what I would recommend you to do, because then you don't have to worry about, selling to the masses at volume, okay? And not having the marketing dollars to push that out, okay? And then you won't be able to deliver on it necessarily either. We want to make sure you start high, working with a few of your most ideal dream clients, and then you can take that high ticket offer and break that up into multiple other offers at different price points, and that will then become a part of your product suite. Okay, so you want to go low tiered, mid tier, and high ticket or high end offers. You want to have, something that appeases to each and every type of person that you're working with. Although I always say you're working with one avatar, they're just on different phases of the journey, right? So knowing that, where you want to meet them where they are, you can use those offers if they're not ready for your high ticket to downsell them into your mid-level offer, or get them ready or give them a taste with your lower end offer. You got me? So you got low ticket, mid-tier, and high-end offers. Okay. So that's what I recommend. And so why does this matter? It matters because you want a smooth transition. You don't want to just jump ship, because it's going to be very difficult for you to be running a business. You're not going to be able to even be creative and do all the things that are required of you to run a business, again, efficiently and effectively, right? If you are worried about how you're going to pay the bills, how you're going to keep a roof over your head, how you're going to keep food in your fridge and on the table, how are you going to take care of your family? How are you going to maintain your livelihood? So you don't want to put yourself in that kind of predicament, right? So this is one of the reasons. So you want to decrease your stress levels and your anxiety levels. You don't want to increase them, right? You already got enough going on at work, at a job you don't like to be at, but you have to be there for the length of time that is necessary until you can transition. Unless you are in a position that is like a toxic job or a hostile work environment where you need to get out ASAP. And in that case, I would not advise you to stay. And I would definitely advise that you would get on a call with me so I can help you map out really quickly what we need to do to get you out even sooner. Okay. Because that is not the position I would ever have anybody to work in. I would definitely say if it's detrimental to your health, if you feel like you're in harm's way, we definitely need to get on a phone call and talk about how to get you out. You can check below in the description, and I offer coaching sessions half off right now, so at an affordable price for you to be able to hop on a phone with me and or on a Zoom call, and let's map that out. Okay, we got to devise a plan. Always have a strategy. An exit strategy is the way to go, because that's what's going to tell you by this date, this is when I want to leave. This is when I absolutely need to leave. Like, I have a hard stop date, and then we're going to reverse engineer that and work our way backwards. I reverse engineer everything because we need to start with the end goal in mind and then work our way backwards and decide what do we need to be doing each and every day? What actions do we need to take to make this happen? Okay. And the one order of business, the first thing I need you to do is start making some income on the side. Okay. So we can go ahead and build up some cash cushion and get you out of there, even if it's not a toxic job, but it is a job that no longer serves you and you're so ready to go. That is the one thing I need for you to do right now. Okay. Now, it also allows you to focus on your growth, the growth of your business, so you can build the business exponentially, right? And you want to do this where you're thriving, and you don't ever want to be in survival mode. Okay. We don't want to put you in critical condition where your business and your life needs resuscitating, right? We need to make sure that we're rescuing you right now, okay, before it gets any worse. And it builds confidence, right? Before you leave the job, you'll be in a great position to leave on your terms. And even if they hand you your walking papers, or you just are sick of the environment for whatever reason, you can leave. And if they let you go, you're in a strong position financially to do it. So deuces, you know what I mean? And that's what it is. So what I would invite you and encourage you to do is right now reflect on, are you really ready to leave your job right now? Like ready, like for real, right now, like in this moment of time. If not, I would say, first of all, reflect on that as to whether or not you're really ready to take the leap. Because if not, then I would invite you to do one of two things, because mentally you probably have one foot out the door, but realistically, financially speaking, you're not there, right? We got to get you financially ready. I would say I have two ways, two resources. I already said one earlier, but the one of them is you can get my quick start guide, and my quick start guide will give you 7 simple steps in how you can transition out of corporate America smoothly, seamlessly, right? Doesn't require any more degrees. You don't need to pursue no more degrees, get into any more debt, nor do you need to have any more disappointment like you've already had up until this point. So go ahead and get that book, grab your copy today, your guide, your quick start guide, and that will help get you started. I offer a call in that as well if you want to have like a laser focused, like 20 to 30-minute session call where we jump on and I answer very specific questions as a follow-up to that guide, okay? Or, like I said earlier, you can book a call with me and we can map it out for you. And, like literally, you could tell me what's going on, and then we flesh out everything and get you well on your way. Okay. We got to put you on your path to freedom, girl. All right. So, those are the two ways in which, the two resources I have for you. And I would say probably the best for this particular situation. And I hope this has really been valuable to you. But I want you to know that you're doing the right thing. Okay. You're here right now watching this video, and that is what's going to really prepare you to propel yourself forward faster, but smarter. Okay. Because we want to make sure we're putting you in a good position, not a bad position or a worse position. So be sure to share this video out. I'm going to tune out while you tune in. Be sure to watch the next video that YouTube recommends. As always, and until next time, I am wholeheartedly in this journey with you. Bye for now.